Hello, it's me again. um, change. Change, change, change. The only constant is change. 2023 was a year of big upheaval for me. And talking to friends and family, I'm seeing a recurring theme of upheaval and towers crashing and perceptions being shattered. Yeah, I think the world as a whole and humanity as a family is busy going through a period. I know, that we are going through a huge period of transformation. The old ways that no longer work and haven't necessarily worked, actually, they've worked for the few and not for the many, and not for the planet and, general society. All of these things are kind of crumbling now. And we have not yet found our way into the new systems. And it's going to be a while still. It's a journey. We are in the processes of waking up to, I think it's been a long time. People have been waking up for a long time that old processes aren't working. And there are definitely many beautiful, innovative, more sustainable processes that have been in the works for many, many decades already. But I think it's just time that the general public and within the individual human soul, this kind of revolutionary transformation is currently underway. And that, I think, in the outside world can present as a lot of uncomfortable and scary situations, be that relationships ending, jobs ending, moving homes or towns, all of these such things that are rattling. It's unsettling to leave all that you know, or to lose something that you know, or to lose some aspect of yourself, of your life, that grounds you into that identity that is now beginning to change. Change. So personally, once again, as I always say, I speak from my own journey because it's the only thing I have any authority on. Sorry, I can hear my echo and it's throwing me off. In my personal journey this year, I had a big upheaval last year when I lost my mum. Then I moved halfway across the country for the third time in my life. Spent the year integrating into a new space, and at the end of the year I kind of realized that my identity was kind of attached to my perceptions of this being my new normal, and having all these dreams and visions of my involvement in that area and with people in that area, which is beautiful and natural, and that's what we do. We find our places and then we find how we fit into those places. And now I find all those visions coming into question yet again, because life is saying maybe not, and that's okay. But this morning I did find myself feeling very anxious about the uncertainty, because since losing my mom, the earth and my life and my connection to my life and this earth has felt very unstable. Literally feeling like a rug was pulled out from underneath my feet, and that the stability wasn't so solid under my feet. And I've been struggling with that this year a lot, feeling unstable and uncertain in my mind, in my body, in my life. It's been hard to find something to hold on to, and that's a really uncomfortable and frightening place to be. And I kind of developed a level of comfort and sturdiness from this idea that I was holding on to about the way my life's going to be next year, when I have this house that is my own in this specific place, and I have my car working, and I have all of these ducks in a row that I want, that I feel are going to bring me stability in my life. Very rational thoughts to have. But having those things come into question made me suddenly feel very unstable again, and it spiraled me for about an hour into a very dark space again. And I was like, oh my gosh, here's this horrible feeling that I had just thought that I'd purged, and I thought that I'd finally overcome this, and now I'm feeling insecure again, I'm feeling uncertain, I'm feeling my life being questioned again, and I don't know if I can deal with this is too much, I'm tired of feeling so uncertain all the time. And I realized that having that experience really made me realize like how external my feelings of sturdiness had become. I wasn't, because as soon as something in my external, nothing physical in my external necessarily changed, just the perception about my external that I had held on to came into question. Then suddenly inside of myself, I was feeling unstable and unsteady and anxious and questioning and all of these fear-based feelings again. And I realized that I had been externally outsourcing. I had been outsourcing my senses of stability. And that is a surefire way to never feel safe in life. Because the only thing that is guaranteed in this life is that things will always change and that we're all going to die. Those are the only things that are guaranteed in this life. And there'll be a lot of good times between that if you choose to seek them out. But yeah, it was a powerful experience for me because I realized that my sense of confidence and stability was coming from an external, and it wasn't even a real external thing, it was like a perception of an external reality that I've been hanging on to in the future when my life's not as unstable as it is now. I was drawing this sense of stability from this external future vision and dream that I had created for myself. And that's fine, it's not the end of the world if it gave me power and it gave me a sense of stability for a certain amount of time. But yeah, the thing is, when it came into question, then my internal world started feeling fragile again. So long story short, what I'm trying to get at is that I went through this deep process within myself today of just surrendering yet again to the process, accepting yet again that change is the only constant, and knowing that the things that really matter in life, my family, my relationship with myself, my physical health and well-being, all of those things are in my control. All of those things are things that I can make stable. I can have stable family ties because I choose to invest in those relationships. I can have a stable relationship because I've chosen a stable partner and choose to invest in that relationship. I can have stability within myself because I choose to take care of my mental health and my physical health, which is ultimately my wealth. Things I cannot control is external life circumstances, like where life is taking me, what opportunities manifest and don't, like the things that are in God's hands are not in my hands. The things that are in my hands are in my hands, and I can deal with them. So yeah, I feel like I'm getting convoluted now, but the epiphany that I had today is just that my sense of stability needs to come from within me, and I do need to accept that I may never have a physical place on earth, like one place that makes me feel safe and stable. And that doesn't mean that I'm going to be unstable for the rest of my life. What that means is that I need to be the place that I feel safe and stable. This body, wherever it is in the world, needs to be a place that I feel safe and stable. I cannot wait until my external physical reality reflects what I want it to in order to feel safe and stable. I need to choose and cultivate and find ways of making myself feel stable and grounded and faithful no matter what's going on outside of me. That's not to say that your external environment doesn't affect you. I've been in toxic environments before and I had to remove myself from them because they were affecting me. But I am really learning that I cannot hold on to something outside of myself for my sense of security, because when that thing outside of yourself changes or comes into question or just evolves, I can't let that be affecting my internal realm. So yeah, I am currently, and have been the whole year, and I think that this is just like it's kind of like this. When I was walking here, I had this vision of free falling, and then I said, well, I've been free falling for a really long time, and then I was like, oh, that's flying. Yeah, so I think I always used to think, you take a leap of faith, you free fall, and then God catches you or you catch yourself. What I realize now is that if you free fall for long enough and you never touch down, maybe it's because you're flying and you're not meant to be necessarily tethered to a physical place. Maybe you're like a bird whose home is in the sky and you can perch down in many different trees and on many different cliffs and in many different places, but you don't feel unstable in the free fall because you know how to fly. So yeah, that's, I guess, what I'm finally learning. That I needed to untether. Losing my mom was like really rattling for me, and then the whole year I was like desperately seeking external stability, and then I thought I found it, and then that came into question, and then I felt super unstable, and now I've just finally settled into a space of peacefulness and faithfulness in knowing that I am where I'm meant to be. I will always be where I'm meant to be. My visions and my perceptions are only a 1% fraction of what life and God really have planned for me. So when it doesn't work out the way that I think it should, it doesn't mean it didn't work out. It doesn't mean it's not working out. It just means that I don't have the full picture. And we just need to trust the process. Trust the process. Because if you're in alignment, then you just trust the process. Just trust the process. Change, change, change. Change, 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 my dudes. Yeah. Blessings. Blessing on your change. Blessings on your transformation. Blessings, blessings, blessings on your change, change, change.